likely we're heading to the falls. Documents that they were looking for. I wasn't able to update you guys. Our day 2, and as you can see, my energy level has dropped since 10 a.m. because I didn't have my cup of coffee. Unfortunately, I ran out of oat milk, so I couldn't make my latte here in the lab. We're gonna drop by Safeway later and buy my oat milk, so at least for the next days I'll be able to make my coffee while at work. Hey guys, so good morning. It's currently 11:20 and today's a Friday. We're finally pushing through with our hike after several attempts. But before that, we went to this Waffle House, our usual Waffle House spot. I didn't get a cup of coffee despite the fact that I didn't get any proper sleep at all. As usual, Jude got his daily dose of coffee. Right after this, we're heading to Fred Meyer. We're just gonna buy bear spray and then we're off to our hiking trails. So talk to you guys later. Hey guys, so we're finally at the campsite and now we're doing our hike. There are two options for us to go, either to the lake or to the falls. Most likely we're heading to the falls because it's closer. It's around 2.3 miles as compared to the lake that it'll take us 3.3 miles. We didn't drop by Fred Meyer. We just went straight to the campsite. And piece of advice, make sure to bring cash because they're gonna require you to pay in cash when you park your car. So if you want to pay like around $5, then it'll be quite far from the starting point. So that's why we had to find the closest ATM machine, which happens to be just really nearby. So we were able to withdraw money and paid $14 for the parking spot. It's been 30 minutes since we started walking or hiking, and I don't know how far the lake is, but so far we're having fun. It's actually the perfect weather since it's not really hot, so it's just cloudy and it's not even drizzling, thank God, and I'm not gonna pray for that. From the bridge, you have two options as to where you want to go. So like the other way goes to the falls and then the other side goes to the river. But for now we decided to head straight going to the falls, and then we'll just go back and then go into the bridge and check the river. shoes so far. So dirty. Look at your shoes. I wanted to take a 5-minute break, but there are just so many mosquitoes that we decided to just proceed. Alright, so we're now heading to the river side of the trail, and it's a bit longer than our walk going to the falls. Hopefully though that this trail is also worth it, just like the falls. This path going to the river isn't really a pretty common trail, I guess, because I don't see much people coming in and out of the area. So dirty. Oop. Hey guys, so we're on our way back. We were able to complete the trail for around 3 hours with breaks in between. Well, the trail is relatively easy, so it's perfect for beginners and for hikers with children. We even saw small children. Some were bringing strollers. Some were also bringing their dogs with them. And yeah, it was a fun experience overall, except for the last part wherein my shoes and my socks got wet. I really hate it when that happens. Other than that, we certainly had fun. So now we're on our way back, like I said, and we're gonna get dinner because we deserve it. We're gonna get, we're gonna go for Japanese tonight. Outfit repeater. A rainy afternoon, everyone. So I wasn't able to update you guys about our activities earlier because we were in a rush. We went to this poke restaurant near our town. This was recommended by our workmate, and when we got here, the place was completely jam-packed. Like, there weren't any table available, so we had to wait for a while before we were able to secure a table. And overall, the food was really good. Like, we both loved it. That we decided to bring some takeout order. And now we're heading to this tailoring shop because I'm gonna have my jeans altered. I'm just hoping they're still open though. Like, according to Google, it's open until 4 p.m. But what if they're gonna close a bit earlier? I mean, who knows? So good afternoon. It's currently 2:54 p.m. and today's July 13 and it's a Saturday. I just can't believe that we're almost halfway through the month. Yeah, time just went by so quickly that I didn't realize July is halfway over, or almost halfway over. Anyway, so this vlog, or at least this part of the vlog, isn't my usual day in my life. This will be more informative. I'm gonna share with you guys my medtech journey here to the US. So let's get started. I have here my cheat sheet, so it'll be easier for me to share my experience, and we'll be able to do this one quickly. Alright, so let's start with my exams and all the documents needed. I started compiling everything the year 2018-2019. I passed my IELTS, my ASCP, I submitted my CGFNS and all other documents. So for CGFNS, you need to have an English exam, which is IELTS. My friend actually mentioned that there's another English exam that you can take, and that's called PTE. So I'm not quite familiar with PTE, so I'm not gonna expound more on that. But if you're interested with it, you can do further research online. So I started looking for employers who are willing to sponsor my H-1B visa or my working visa. There are actually two ways for you to find an employer, and that's via direct or agency. So the year 2019, I got officially hired, and I was so excited about it because I just wanted to fly to the US and earn more than what I earned back home. So we started the contract signing. I got to see my hourly rate, and we started the H-1B petition. Normally it takes 3 to 4 months to finish the entire H-1B petition process, but in my case it took a bit longer because I received a notice from USCIS that I need to submit further documents, and that's what you call RFE. So RFE stands for Request for Further Evidence, and that's not an indication for you to reapply back to step 1 or for them to reject your documents unless you don't submit the supporting documents that they're looking for. So if you have a good lawyer and you know that you're not trying to fabricate your documents, it's nothing to worry about. The thing was, when I received my RFE, it was a week before Christmas break. So even if we were able to gather all the supporting documents that they were looking for, they weren't able to, see it until the first week of January. They had a 2-week Christmas break, and we didn't have any choice but just to wait for them to be back in the office. Alright, so this step was actually expedited. My employer paid additional fee just for it to be processed within 2 weeks, and I'm really grateful for that, because if they didn't expedite the process, it'll take months for USCIS to give us a conclusion whether they accept the supporting documents or not. My agent assisted me in looking for the earliest schedule for an interview at the US Embassy. I was able to book a schedule February 2020. That was the earliest schedule we can find. I got my approval and my passport was collected. I was told that it's gonna be sent back to me a week or 2 later because they're gonna put my visa in my passport page, and then they asked me to pay a processing fee of 25,000 pesos. I'm pretty sure right now it's even more expensive. You can pay either in pesos or USD. After the interview, I did my medical exam, and then I prepared for a seminar with OWA, and then I got my OSC, which is the very last step before flying here to the US. So March 2020 was the month and the year for me to fly here to the US. My agent made sure that I have a place to stay, so the hospital paid the first month of my rent. Interesting story about my very first flight to the US. I actually flew a week before the world closed their borders due to COVID. Yeah, that's it for my very short but hopefully informative experience coming here to the US. I certainly hope that you've learned a thing or two from me. If you have further questions, feel free to leave a comment in my comment section, and I'm willing to answer as much as I can.